السلام عليكم طلاب الأعزاء، طلاب الدبلوم العام نظام العام الواحد عن بعد. تحية طيبة، كل عام وأنتم بخير بمناسبة شهر شعبان، وبمناسبة أيضا الأجواء الجميلة اللي احنا فيها دي. وأتمنى المحاضرة النهاردة عن Teaching English as a Foreign Language أو Teaching Methods إنها تنال إعجابكم، وهي زي ما شايفين عبارة عن مجموعة سلايدز، وده يعتبر introduction عن الفصل الأول، عن التيرمز، عن المفاهيم new concepts in English language teaching methods، عن quality of a good teacher or what makes a great teacher. هنبدأ بالobjectives of this chapter أو this introduction، وبيتكون من مجموعة أشياء. By the end of this session you will be able to identify the most common acronyms in the field of English language teaching، يعني مجموعة المصطلحات اللي هي الشائعة في اللغة الإنجليزية، في تدريس اللغة الإنجليزية. Distinguishing between EFL and ESL، وده قلنا قبل كده بس هنقوله تاني. Apply some tips of what makes a good teacher، وبعدين formulate some beliefs about English language teaching. Teaching English as a foreign language. TESL، Teaching English as a second language. وقلنا TEFL يعني where English is taught in a place or in a country like Egypt. TESL where English is taught in England, in the USA, or other parts of the world like Singapore and Hong Kong. TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other languages like Arabic, French, where English is taught in these countries or any other. ELT, English language teaching. This is a general term in English language teaching. We call English language teaching أو ELT TOEFL Test of English as a Foreign Language. كلنا عارفين الكلام ده، لأنك إن شاء الله مطالب لما تيجي تسجل ماجستير على سبيل المثال so will take the TOEFL test before you register as a master degree student. ESP ده مهم جدا، English for specific purposes or English for special purposes، ودولة الناس اللي بيدرسوا في المدارس الصناعية، في teaching English for science, teaching English for technology, teaching English for technical purposes, teaching English for agriculture. كل ديت مرتبطة ب ESP. English as a second language and English as a foreign language. ESL is about giving English language skills to someone who is living in an English speaking environment or country. As I said before, like USA, like Singapore, like Hong Kong, like USA, this is an example where English is taught inside or used inside and outside the classroom. EFL is about teaching English language skills to people living in a non English speaking environment. A good example of this is Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait. This is for exam purposes, for promotion, for university entry level, or something like that. Can I teach English without knowing students' language? In a word, yes. The only language you really need to know well is English. Do I have to translate even though your students speak to you in Arabic? From time to time, you can respond in simple English with gestures or pictures. Or you can use Arabic for clarifying abstract words, for example, difficult words. Do I have to know all the grammar in the English language؟ زي ما انتم عارفين اللغة phonology, morphology and syntax. A good teacher should know the basics of the language. This is very important. Tenses, you should know the tenses. You need every last bit of English grammar, but you should aim to have a good working knowledge of all the tenses and be able to identify and explain the parts of a speech, nouns, verbs, adjectives, and so on. The aim of teaching English as a foreign language is to produce students who can speak the language almost as well as you can at the most. But a good knowledge of grammar is very important, like vocabulary as well. So you should know grammar and vocabulary of the language. What makes a great teacher? This is very important. Or what makes a good teacher? Good teachers set high expectations for all students. Means giving them hope, being ambitious, telling them that knowing a language or a new language is good for them for promotion, for travel, for examinations, for even registering or admission to a foreign university or in other parts of the world, like IELTS, for example, TOEFL, SAT. All these are things related to the high expectations of for all students. Good teachers have clear written out objectives. This is very important. Your objectives for any lesson should be clear, precise, and to the point. Clear and can be measured. Good teachers are prepared and organized. Very important to know that no teaching without preparation, no teaching without assessment, okay? No teaching without organization, no teaching without classroom management. كل ده مهم جدا. As a teacher you should be able to know. Good teachers form a good relationship with their students and show that they care about them as people. Show love to get love. Show respect to get respect. Have an atmosphere of friendship with your students. Good teachers are masters of their subject matter. Knowing the knowledge of the subject matter is very important. It's like a soldier with his weapon in the battlefield. So, as a teacher, you should have an excellent knowledge of the subject matter. Good teachers communicate frequently with parents. Have good channels with the parents of your students. How many students will I have? Most classes range from 25 to 60 students in them, but there are classes with more than 60 students, which are actually more like lectures. But the ideal one is from 25 to 35. This is a good classroom where you can handle, where you can manage, where you can teach, where you can have uh, communication with your students. Will the students like me? It depends. You are not there to be their best mate, but students should like your lessons and respect you as their teacher. If they happen to like you personally, it's a bonus, not a prerequisite for a good course. But as I said before, show love to get love. Hmm? Show respect to get respect. In this case, they will love you and they will help you achieve your objectives. Should I give students room to talk more than I talk? Students should be doing the talking for most of the lesson. That's why we have what's called student-centered rather than teacher-centered. So the focus is on the learner, not on the teacher. Students should be doing the talking for most of the lesson. They need to try what they have learned, get to know their classmates better, so they work as a team and feel relaxed enough to laugh at their own mistakes. Laughing is very important. As I said before, outstanding teachers are the ones where you hear laughter in their classes, but not all the lesson, some parts of the lesson. You should have a sense of humor. A sense of humor is very important for you as a teacher. Speaking to a classmate in small groups or pairs and role playing is one of the most effective ways to learn. نركز على الرول بلاي والبير peer group or small groups, so you can help them to talk about themselves as teachers, talk about other people like officers, farmers, role play as a farmer, role play as a doctor, as a physician, as a nurse, as an engineer, as a police officer, and so on. Oh, is culture important when I teach English? Yes, of course. It's very important. You cannot separate the language from its culture. And as I told you before, when I went to the USA and UK and other parts of the world, it's very important to know the culture of the English people. And you'll tell me, is there a difference between English culture and American culture? Yes, there is. Even culture in the Egyptian context is different from the culture in the American or British context. So culture is very important in any language lesson. It's almost impossible to teach one thing without the other. I mean, the integration between language and culture. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you.